Hello everyone, and welcome to my Orilium Spring Equinox vlog. Today is actually the 2nd of April. I didn't really do much reading yesterday because I was at work during the day, and then I kind of just came home and relaxed and played a game. So I've been really into Spiritfarer lately. If you have played, let me know how far you are, if you've completed it. I think I've done like 25% of the quests. But anyway, today I am actually hoping to get some reading done. I have worn my purple "Home is Where the Cat Is" shirt to try to complete one of the first prompts for my calling. If you didn't see my TBR video, I will link it down below, but I am trying to become an illusionist rogue, and that means I have 3 prompts to do, which I have starred here. So Art of Illusion is Focus, Disguise, Self. So it is to match your clothes to the color of the cover of the book. So I am doing Unearthly by Cynthia Hand for this one. So I'm hoping to start this today and hopefully get a good chunk of the way through. And then one of the other prompts that I have to do is Shape-Shifting, which is Form Wolf. So it has to have a wolf on the cover, title, or the author's name. And for that I am doing Cycle of the Werewolf by Stephen King, which is super short, so I'm hoping to actually complete that one today. So that's kind of the focus for today. I am part of Order of the Crescent, so we had a little bit of a head start, but all I've been reading for that is Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. This doesn't fit any of my specific prompts, but I am going to try to complete as many prompts as I can just for fun as well. So this is the book I am using for a book with a map in it. So it has this little map of London with all the little places in the book. And I am on chapter 5. This is the first book in the Last Hours series, which is, I guess, in the timeline of Shadowhunters is the, like, second trilogy. I am enjoying it. I am using my Order of the Crescent bookmark that G had made last year. I am still waiting for my new bookmarks to arrive. Hopefully this week those will be in. They did have quite a distance to travel, so yeah, I wasn't expecting them before the readathon. But yeah, I am hoping to get a decent chunk of the way through. G also posted the side quest yesterday, so I will insert that here. Basically, it's a little story you can follow through if you want to, and I'm going to try to do all the little side quest things. So that is a book with Night in the title, or Night on the cover, so I think I'm going to be reading Emma in the Night for that one. But I still haven't quite decided. But that's the plan for today. We do have to do a little grocery shop later, but for now I have made myself a cup of tea, and I'm going to hopefully get some reading done. Good morning! It is April 3rd, so yesterday I did finish reading The Cycle of the Werewolf by Stephen King. I enjoyed it for the most part. I thought it was pretty classic Stephen King. It was written in the 80s, so there is some language that wouldn't be acceptable these days that could be a trigger, most definitely is a trigger for a lot of people. But I think most people are aware of those things when reading Stephen King's older books anyway, so just, you know, look out for yourself if you're concerned about that. So in the book, we go through each month of the year, and there's like a short, it starts out, I thought each one was going to be a short story about the werewolf attacks, and then it kind of moves into following one specific boy who sees the werewolf and survives, and how he plans on killing the werewolf at the end. So that's kind of the whole thing. We go from January through December. Stephen King does kind of not take into account when the actual lunar cycle would be happening, so like it goes from Valentine's Day to like the 4th of July, and then to like New Year's. So like obviously the moon would not actually be full on those dates, but he just kind of did it for the story and for the sake of the story, which I guess is fine, but was something I did notice as somebody who does keep a little bit track when full moons happen. So if that's gonna bother you, keep that in mind as well. Overall, really enjoyed the story. Just fun, quick kind of Stephen King read. And I ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars. So yeah, not bad. And I have also made it to page, what page am I on? 82. So chapter 5 in Unearthly. So far very different than I thought it was going to be. I'm not hating it, but I'm not like in love with it, if that kind of makes sense. So we're following a girl who is a quarter angel, and it kind of starts out immediately with her family moving to a new place because her calling, or I forget what it says in the book itself, her like reason to be here is supposedly to help this boy. And so now she has moved so she can go to the same school as this boy, and she just started going to school there. But then we also like flash back to when her mom told her she's an angel. So that's kind of very beginning setup kind of stage at the moment. Yeah, I think so far I'm definitely gonna, you know, see what happens in this series. Probably finish it because it's a pretty quick read. I am wearing purple again today so that I can, you know, fulfill the matching your clothes to the cover color prompt while I'm at it. So yeah, I am now going to eat my breakfast and go to work, where I won't really have time to read until I get home. So I will probably update you tonight unless I get a chance to listen to any of this like on my lunch and whatnot. I'm gonna give a book update, but my boyfriend ordered us Blackbird donuts and I am so excited. This is my favorite place to go in Boston, and we didn't get a chance to make it this past time we were there. So they do ship nationwide some of their donuts, so I am in luck and I'm gonna get to eat some tasty donuts. I gave you my little donut update, and now I'll give you a book update. So I have actually read quite a bit more than I thought I would read so far today. I am now on page 250, which is chapter 13. And she's kind of finally starting to get to know the boy who is part of her, it's called a purpose. I think I forgot what it was called last time I gave the little update. So her purpose is related to this boy in some way, and they just went to prom together because he broke up with his girlfriend. So yeah, I'm trying not to give too many spoilers, but at the same time I think this book came out in like I want to say 2014? 2011. So, you know, it's I feel like most people who have wanted to have already read it, but I'm trying to keep spoilers to a minimum, especially when I go on to the sequels. But yeah, I feel like most of the book has revolved around kind of friendship issues and boy drama, and there's kind of like the whole angel factor like sprinkled in. I think it's going to play more of a factor very, very soon. Like, I'm on the last half of the book now, so I'm nearly 60%. What does Goodreads say? Goodreads says I'm 57% through now, so I think things are going to happen to kind of lead into the sequel very soon. But yeah, I am enjoying it. I'm glad I wore my purple today so that I could keep reading this. I didn't think I would have the time, but I did end up having about an hour and a half plus like 30 minutes this morning when I was getting ready. So yeah, like 2 hours worth of time to listen to the audiobook, and yeah, I got through quite a bit, so very happy with that. And it's only day 3 of the readathon, so I have 1 book done. Bless you, Opal. Little kitty sneezed. So yeah, I have 1 book done, 1 book that I'm on the second half of, and then I think I will move on to the sequel, maybe? I think I'm going to try to get my 3 main classes done before I do the side quest. Even though G said there's not a time limit on the side quest, I want to kind of challenge myself to do it during April. If not, I guess that can just continue on without penalty or whatever, as if there's any stakes, anything at stakes here. G posted the new ASMR room, so it is alchemy classroom themed this time around because kind of all the things are based around the alchemy class this time. I think it looks really cool. I don't always read with something on in the background, but I do find it kind of relaxing sometimes. So I just wanted to check this out. It looks so good. G really outdoes herself every single semester for this. So yeah, go check it out. Even if it's not for the readathon, like, it's just great to put on while you're doing something. Hello. It is a rather gloomy day outside today, which would be perfect for reading if I didn't have to go into work. So I am once again going to wear my purple shirt to work. That way I can read Unearthly. I am quite a ways through it at this point. I have made it to page 288. My goal is to finish Unearthly and start Hallowed today, and we will go from there. This will be the second book done. I'm considering looking through the other callings and seeing if there's a second one I would like to maybe work on. I don't know. I'm kind of just going through these books a bit quicker than I thought, but I still have the side quest to do, and G said that, like, if you get all the answers correct the first time, it's only like 5 books, but if you have to go back, like, the most you could do is like 14. So if I end up doing that, that's definitely going to take up most of my time. So, oh my god, the cats are just running around like crazy. So for now, we're going to finish Unearthly and then Hallowed, and that'll be my 3 books for my calling done, which is craziness. But keep in mind, like, I typically read maybe 3 to 5 books per month, so to pick a calling that was like 3 was not much of a challenge. But in August it ends up being 5 books, which is a little bit more of a struggle when I'm super busy. I just kind of lucked out that I was able to listen to this so much yesterday. If I wasn't able to, I would still be, you know, on the same page I was before. So my goal for today is to finish this and start Hallowed. Hello, I am back home from work and I did finish Unearthly today. I actually really enjoyed it. It started out a little, like, weird with how they kind of went about the order of like explaining things. I didn't really like that we started with her like moving immediately and then we kind of flash back to when her mom told her she was an angel. But I liked the whole idea of her having this purpose and not really knowing what it is, but getting these visions and trying to figure that out along the way. And I did enjoy the ending. I am moving on to the second book, which I don't have a physical copy of at the moment. But that one is called Hallowed, and we're kind of continuing pretty much where this one left off. I like how the author did like a really super quick recap of kind of the first one, just in case, you know, it had been a while between when this one came out and whatnot. So yeah, I ended up giving this one 3 out of 5 stars, just because I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more had I read it when I probably bought the book. It's a little more for like the teenage age range. The main characters are in high school. They go to prom, which is, you know, the major high school thing. So yeah, very centered around that age group. Doesn't mean it's not enjoyable for somebody who's a little bit older, but definitely focused towards that age range. So yeah, excited to move on to the second one, which means I don't have to wear the purple to match the cover anymore. And the second one does have clouds on the cover, so I will be, you know, working towards that third prompt. But this means I can check the Art of Illusion box off. I'm very excited. You know, it's only day 4 and I've read 2 books. I feel like I'm doing really good. I don't know that I'll be able to keep this momentum up throughout the entirety of the month, but right now I'm enjoying it, so we're gonna keep on working towards that. Yeah, I think like 15% through the audiobook of Hallowed, and I will keep you updated on that as I read more. Okay, I haven't really gotten any more reading done, but I did get something in the mail. Look at this. So I ordered bookmarks from G's Etsy shop, and they have finally gotten here. They had a long way to travel, but I'm going to show you guys what they look like. So this is the opal. You're not being very helpful, little girly. So this is the like Orilium foil one. I got 2 of these, one for me, one for my boyfriend. And then I got the full set of the like parchment paper style classes. So we have Animal Studies, Inscription, Demonology, Artificy. It's a hard one to say with my retainers on. Elemental Studies, Art of Illusion, Astronomy, Conjuration, Spells and Incantations, Shape Shifting, Restoration, Alchemy, which is our like focus for this like round, Lore, and Sonics and Divination. So I have a bookmark to go with every class now. I am really happy. And the back just kind of has the little Orilium crest on it. The parchment paper is like quite thick. It's just like stylized, if that makes sense. Yeah, super excited to have these. I'm definitely gonna start using this one, I think. They're such good quality. Highly recommend if you can get your hands on them. And then as far as reading goes, I haven't really gotten a chance to read anything today. I am about 1/3 of the way through Hallowed by Cynthia Hand, so I will keep making progress with that. I kind of plan on having a little bit of like a self-care evening tonight, so yeah, I will have a bit of time to get some reading done. It's pizza night and mac and cheese bites. Hello everyone, it is now the 6th of April, and today I finished reading Hallowed by Cynthia Hand, the sequel to Unearthly, and I don't have the physical copy of that one to hold up, but I did enjoy it. I think I maybe liked the first one a little bit better. I'm not fully sure yet. I haven't completely made up my mind, but I did enjoy it. I think I would probably give it 3 out of 5 stars. I found it a little bit predictable with some things. I don't know if I should give away spoilers, but you find out a major thing about her dad that I was kind of thinking might be the case from the first book. So yeah, there's that, and there's a bit of relationship drama that I think I could go without, but maybe I'm just like getting tired of the like love triangle thing happening in these YA books. This was like a time when that was super popular to do, so of course that's what happened. But that means I have finished my read for Sonics and Divination, which was Clouds on the cover, or the title. So that means I finished the 3 books I needed to read for my calling, which was way quicker than I anticipated. So I'm going to just kind of keep on moving along through the other prompts. If I had to choose a second calling, I would probably choose, I don't know, I want to say Moon Warden or Herbologist, but then I would have quite a few other books to read. Okay, so I did want to do the alchemy side quest. So the first prompt for that is to read a book with the word night on the cover. So I was planning to read Emma in the Night for that one, but I think I'm going to finish Boundless. Maybe I'll read Emma in the Night first, because maybe Boundless will count towards one of the prompts later on. What do you think, Opal? And then I can move on to the second piece of that, but I do really want to know what happens. So maybe I'll look around and see if there's a shorter book with night in the cover, or in the title, or on the cover somewhere. It can be like an image of like nighttime, so we might do that. I will update you once I pick my next read. I am wearing my Orilium Academy shirt today because I had the day off from work, so I've been doing quite a bit of reading this morning. I did start Emma in the Night. It is like a psychological thriller kind of book. We're following these 2 girls who kind of went missing, and now one has come back home, and you're slowly discovering her past and what happened and where the other girl is and that whole story. So far I am enjoying it. However, I needed to take a break. I'm a little over halfway through, so I, stopped, had some lunch, did a few things I needed to do, like schedule an eye doctor appointment, although they're booked out until November. Do you believe that? November. So I'm glad I made it now, because otherwise I don't think I would have gotten in this year. So at least that is done. And now I'm going to grab something to eat. I have about 2 hours left of the audiobook, so I'm hoping to just finish that today and move on to something else. And then I can move on to the next part of the little side quest. So that will be interesting to find out. I'm doing my best not to like cheat and look ahead, even though I like really want to look, but I am restraining myself and finishing the book first. I think I'm gonna have to choose a shorter book for the next one because I am very impatient with stuff like that. But that is the little update. Alright, here's my update. I finished Emma in the Night last night. I give it 3 out of 5 stars. It was good, but there were some parts that were like more confusing than I feel like it needed to be. And then tonight I have picked up The Promised Neverland Volume 3, and I read this while listening to the Alchemy Room ASMR room that G has made for the second part of the quest. So now I can move on to the next part of that. I am banished to the couch. My boyfriend just tested positive for COVID, so hopefully I don't get sick. I've got the kitty with me though. He's so cute.